Come on, number one. And then the comment and the public opinion out there is that if you look at the posture of government, the Attorney General, the posture of government is very lenient, focusing on other matters of prosecution, while the man is freely engaging his customers, even to the point of having the audacity that I even want to ask them to pay 650. Of course, it's now being pushed forward, etc.
You see, I'll comment on that issue, but it's important that I address something that Fred said.
What did he say?
About the president
You
issue.
mean Bernard?
No, Fred Agbenyo and
Okay.
Bernard addressed it. It's important that I also, say something.
But he has addressed
No, wait.
Please.
We need to stop this. It's not right, because we have a lot of people who are watching and listening. And it's not right for you to say he's your president and John Mahama is my president. I think, Fred, come on.
You push me to the water, so can we move
I
on?
didn't push you to.
But
You
Bernard
need to
has
stop.
corrected, so let's
Can
move
you
on.
promise
Why
me
are you
you will
crying?
stop? You will never
I
repeat this.
promise
Please.
you.
When you're talking and then you were circling,
it's addressing me directly.
Please.
It's addressing me
Allow
directly.
him to make
On the issue of number
Kofi.
one, I think that it's extremely insensitive, one, on his part, to be doing what he's doing. Again, I said something earlier. Because of the fact that people can take advantage of our emotions and our frustrations, our economic woes, they tend to do anything they want to do to us. And that's exactly what number one kind of test our pulse and realize this is a country where the people are desperate. They want to turn around their lives quickly, so he took advantage of us and just raped us of our resources. And now he has the effrontery and the temerity to do what he did. I'll plead with the office of the Attorney General, the Minister for Justice, that if there's any law under his remit that he can use to prosecute this guy, to stop him from doing the things that he's doing, because it's extremely insensitive. Okay, and I think he's taking Ghanaians for a ride, and it must be stopped. Every legal process necessary. It can't continue like this. This country, we cannot be taken for a fool for this long. Charlie, the guy did us so bad, and now he walks about freely. And I was told that he had a live Twitter something.
Twitter space with Sawa and Miri here.
And what's the meaning of this? After everything else?
Well, the perception is that your government, the government that we have elected, has given him the freeway, the leeway.
His government.
I am appealing. That's what I'm saying. Because I don't know the laws. I'm not a lawyer. So I'm begging the Attorney General. If there are any laws that can go after this guy, okay, he should trigger these laws so that at the end of the day we can have some peace. Because as it stands now, like I said, the country is at its needle. Things are not that well. And especially the governments, the people are not really comfortable like that. So some of these things, it infuriates them. And I believe strongly that whatever needs to be done necessarily must be done, because this cannot continue. And I am of the greatest opinion that, and the conviction that moving forward, things will change. And when I get the opportunity to sit somewhere, around somewhere, I'll make this point there again, because it hurts. It really hurts.
Tell the Attorney
It
General.
really hurts.
Roland, I am surprised why my brother sounds frustrated. Attorney General and the government is not interested in prosecuting the president.
You don't know that.
Number one. Are we all know in this country? It's not interested in prosecuting the president's friend, number one. It's interested in
Number
prosecuting
one is not the
J.J.
president's
Kwasi.
friend.
Oh, J.J. Kwasi. That's why he's interested in.
Because he broke the law.
He's interested in asking that J.J. Kwasi appears in court every day. And for number one, why? You see, we make laws for people. We believe that we are human beings, right? If you have a country without laws, everybody will do what he wants to do. And that's why we have put restrictions in place, we have put laws in place, and some people are supposed to enforce the laws that we have made. And so if the people are supposed to enforce the laws are sleeping and looking on, why do you blame number one? Why are you blaming him? Your government is not interested. That's the reality. If your government were interested in prosecuting number one, he wouldn't be doing some of the things that he's doing that you're talking about. So if I say that your attorney general, like Roland rightly said, that your government, when he say your government, he doesn't see anything wrong with it. But when I say your president, he sees something wrong with it. But that's fine. As for him, I cannot say what I like. But the point I'm making is that your government is not interested in prosecuting their own.
That's not true.
It's true. It's not for nothing they've given your president the nickname clearing agent. Everything that concerns him, that's about him. He does everything humanly possible to protect it. And so for me, don't come across as though you are part of us. You are part of Ghanaians who are crying and weeping. No, but you are sitting somewhere, say president, we are somewhere, so somewhere, say, you are not part of us. You don't know.
We are not like the NDC.
You people are not part of us.
That. We are not like the NDC.
Because you were to be part of us. And you know that people have died as a result of these number one deals. People have lost their entire livelihood. I know of a man who was working all his entire investment. He put the money over there.
Will I get an
Today as we speak,
Joseph,
the wife and the children are living in the village. The last time I saw the man in the construction site, carrying concrete, living a wooden structure. If your government is minded, if your government is committed to resolving this issue, they would have done it long before now. So why are you now blaming number one? Number one knows you will not bite. Number one knows it's one of you. Number one knows he's a president's friend. And so the president will protect him. And so he can go about to do whatever he wants to do.
Who says he's not the president's friend? So.
Who says?
Bernard.
I don't need anybody to tell me, Roland, are you my friend or you're not my friend?
I'm your friend.
So what is the point again?
But
so people know you're my friend.
You have to draw a connection.
But there's a connection, and I'm telling you, if the government is interested, so the issue that, oh, please hold on. The issue that Attorney General is pursuing, chasing and running after, special prosecutor is chasing and running after. Why is everybody quiet? What is happening in one case? Is it in court really?
Bernard.
When was the last time the case was called in court? And who appeared in court?
Your observation about all that's going on in relation to the Menzgold customers who were defrauded, and then the prosecution and the posture of the Attorney General towards this case.
Well, first and foremost, you must put yourself in a painful and agonizing position that there are many Ghanaians who are not the same after the scandal broke up. There are generals of the army who thought that after several years of working with the military and working in such a proficient manner, they were getting towards retirement, and they saw an investment opportunity that could give them more so that they can retire in a better state. They invested virtually everything in it. We do know that some public institutions, particularly the MMDAs, that's the Municipal Metropolitan Assemblies, some of them and their officials decided to take monies from the the common fund, and to go and invest because it was a high-yielding institution.
I actually know of a friend who was with a rural bank. A rural bank investor.
Yes.
It was approved by the board.
Yeah. And they took money. Yes. Oh no, this is not a joke.
Because it was a legitimate
it was a business
that was even
sanctioned.
defended by the Bank of
That's
Ghana.
right.
You understand? And they went
Well,
around.
not defended, but they couldn't rein them in.
So they did all these things. There are individuals who, upon hearing that this business, Menzgold, had collapsed, they have not been able to work from that day up to date. They suffered some shock, severe shocks. And so when you are talking about this situation, you have to put all these people and the current situation they find themselves in. And the only way some of these people could actually breathe new oxygen is to see that the persons who ensured that their lives had been rendered these calamitous are actually put behind bars or they are charged by the law courts so that they will know. Sometimes you get relief that, look, the people who committed this have been found and they are punished. 4 years down the line, nothing has been entered. We were told that Namwan was in what? The Middle East. Where is it? UAE. And that the government of Ghana had to go and secure for him to come, because he claimed that there was some money that when he comes, he'll be able to pay his customers. He was released and he came to Ghana. Nothing happened. The young man is moving free. Today, one of the agonies that customers of Menzgold are going through is that they see that this same young man is given full police protection. He is driven and he is guided.
Hey, Bernard.
I'm not asking you. And so citizens feel that we who are hurt, we who have suffered, we are not getting protection from the state. Yeah. By the way, we were told that all the customers of Menzgold were going to receive their monies. How come that 4 years down the line, they have not been given their monies?
By Namwan.
Who went and took the assets of Namwan?
Yes. What assets?
Who took the assets? Those who took the assets must also be responsible for the liabilities.
The cars and the building, where are they?
You cannot go and take assets and run away from the liabilities. So the government of the day that went round seizing the assets of Namwan should also take the responsibility.
My opinion on the customers.
Why?
I'm asking.
You took their assets.
No,
what did you use the assets for?
Government to pay all the Namwan.
Well, let me cash out.
You took the assets.
No, I'm asking. You haven't answered.
Why not?
Really?
Oh, of course.
So
because if you took the assets, then you must be willing to take up the liabilities.
And
that is one. Finally, Namwan gets one court appearance, maybe once every 6 months.
That's all. Government is not interested. That's the truth.
Once every 6 months, when people have died, some are suffering perpetual infirmity because of the actions of Nana Mensah. And yet, somebody who put up his request for the relinquishing of his citizenship and did not receive certificate of renunciation will be subjected to daily trial.
Can you imagine?
This cannot constitute justice.